Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Gonna be honest, mine's kind of meh. But not meh enough to stop me from playing. It's just enough to stop me from feeling like playing Master Duel at least, which is unfortunate because I was particularly looking forward to playing some Draco Tale. I did play some of it yesterday and a little bit more earlier today. It's a lot of fun. Really enjoying it. We'll be playing that on Monday. But for right now, I honestly just kind of feel like playing Wandering Sword. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, the good news is I've done pretty much all the grinding that I want/need to do for this stage of the game. So I'm just doing some story progression. To be discreet. Contact him, tell him it's the fishmonger. Now, right now I'm doing the pirate quest line. Pirates are taking over the village. And I need to undeploy Qinling Shi. Not gonna go back to Wudang. We're actually going to continue on to Legia. And we're gonna talk to the Gusu wheelchair man. Oh, now we come back. Straight up to the top. Fight these guys. Here, and it's still pretty early, so I can just kind of dick around a little bit. Because I am super strong. It's not the correct way. This is the correct way. Oh. This is the way. Now we go back here. And then he realized it's all a setup. Oh no, it's a trap! Kaboom! Can I hit all of them with this? Yes, I can. Honey badgers. A badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. A badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. May have just carbon dated myself there. But you know what? The classics never go out of style. So I'm gonna be proud of that. Be proud of that meme reference. Okay, if I remember right, it's you. And then it's you. And then it's you. Turn to Mount Yingu. Now it's big, huge fight. Help out our bros. Exploding everything. Yeah, this may be extreme with all the quirks, but I'm still using Jade Dragon method. Among other things. Kaboom! Where's the kaboom? There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. We come up here to help out Detective Lang. There we go. Now this one I'm gonna have to pay a little bit more attention to because I'm not sure how much this fight changes on Extreme. And it looks like the answer is it doesn't change all that much. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult, but not by much. And then we go back to Lesia and find out that all of the villagers have been murdered. It's very sad. Let's go and meet up with Yifei. To join us. And I've got a bunch of stuff that I haven't actually learned. Let me put my Wudang outfit back on. Hey Parnas, how's it going? Slight change of plans. I was going to play Master Duel, but ultimately decided I didn't want to play right now. So that'll probably be Monday's stream. Felt more like playing Wandering Sword, so continuing the extreme playthrough. Wow, I never even bothered maxing out Drifting Cloud. Damn. Most of the grinding has been taken care of because the the Heroes Adventure collab DLC is absolutely busted for grinding. Especially alongside the Eastern Sea DLC. So don't really have to do much in the way of grinding at the moment. Which is good because as relaxing as I find grinding in games in general, it's not the most entertaining thing in the world to watch. So, trying to keep it to a minimum, at least on stream. Those get maxed. Oh, Jade Method. I think she just has everything to learn because he only just joined. But it's not going to matter too much because he's not exactly going to be fighting. Okay, now to do a whole bunch of random side quests. Must deliver a letter. This round, I believe it's, I didn't see all the quest names, but I'm pretty sure this round of side quests from him is letter delivery, herb collection, another round of swordplay demonstrations, and something else I can't remember. But probably something that's going to involve beating somebody up. Banquet preparations, that's what it is. Except, I already have those. Demonstrations, accept. Emblemo. Saberplay. Right, I had to go and fish. Do you have anything for me? No. Didn't somebody have something else for me at this point in the game? That guy mentions the pirates, which is just supposed to be our clue, our clue to go and help out Lang Wuchang, which we did. You need to learn the new saber play, and you need to learn the new saber play. Even though those saber plays aren't particularly good, they're still better than what you've got. At least I think they are. Ah, you have an extra thing. I knew there was at least one extra thing. Although I will be double checking the spreadsheet to make sure I've got everything. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is the part of the story, or this is the part of the spreadsheet where they want me to do all of the side quests in Tancheng, but I think I've done all of them. Pretty sure I've done all of those already. But just to be safe, I'm gonna go down there and do a quick lap around Tancheng. And then it's time for the sword appreciation ceremony. Aha! Is a new side quest here. But I'm pretty sure that's the only side quest that's around here. I already maxed you out. So I know you're not gonna need anything. I have not maxed you out yet. What do you take? Garment, headgear, and shoes. Yeah, that's why I haven't maxed you out. But you don't disappear on me, so not really super important that I max you out right now. Although, to be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure if maxing out the characters that vanish matters either, because I don't know how much that contributes to end of game score. Wish I did, but I don't know. Wait, where did I go? Challenge. Gonna smack him around a little bit. And Cloud Swordplay, which would be really cool, except I kind of already know in Cloud Swordplay. I don't think my party members know it though, so it's still useful. Okay, now I go get some rest. I can rest and prepare for tomorrow, where I will beat everybody up with a staff. And nobody questions why I'm using a staff when nobody else in the entire sect knows staff techniques. Honestly, that's something that kind of bothers me about the game. How the simple fact that nobody in Wudang questions whenever Yuan Yi is using a weapon that is not... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. That is not something that is used in the sect. Oh, neat little thing I can do. Normally, Yuan Ming's affinity is always -10, and you don't really get any opportunity to increase it unless you stop during this specific part, because this is the only time he's in your party, and it's the only time that you see him just in the open world at all. You can gift him a bunch of stuff. He likes fish. And then you can get him up to max to where he likes you. But he still hates you because the story requires that he hates you. I gotta say, I do enjoy playing with all the different quirks on so far. That's all of those items? Yeah. Got all your items, got all your items. Okay, we can go. We can continue the story now. I already got the wooden sword from you, right? Yeah, I did. I will be needing that. Now we get to beat this guy up because he's hitting on our girl and we can't have that. Then we come down here. Oh no, there's no more boats going to Mingjian Manor. Then we come over to the inn. Oh no, all of the rooms have been booked. Oh, but that one random lady went ahead and booked ahead for you. And then this jerk comes in. He wants revenge for being humiliated. So we humiliate him again. And he kidnaps somebody. Okay, let's... There are a couple hidden chests down here. There's one. Damn it, I did not want to run into that. Well. There should be, yes, there's a chest here. And I think there's that one there. I like how this guy pretends that he doesn't know me when I've already visited Beggar Sect and sparred with him a whole bunch. But the story dictates that he doesn't know me, so he doesn't know me. Yay, now I get Demon Cultivation Method. Okay, there should be a chest there, and there will be another chest back there when the time changes. And trade this guy for some of the blueprints that I'm missing. I don't need these, but I like having them just because. And I'll be back to spar with him later. Snowmouse senses Whale Slayer in the pond. Although we don't know that it's Whale Slayer at the moment. Just over here. Don't think there's a chest back here. No, there's not. Is, however, a chest in this room. He has Sky Feather Swordplay. Oh, he takes gemstones? Hell yeah. That makes him super easy to gift. And consult with as well. Okay, one more spar. So teaches that and that. And now I gotta spar with him a couple more times in order to learn those moves. It is so nice to not need martial points in order to consult. I'm gonna end up having to play this game on extreme constantly now just so I can have that benefit. And now we skip a whole bunch of things and get into a whole bunch of fights. Bonk. And once again, nobody questions that I'm using a spear. Okay. Already messed with you. Back here. There's another chest that has the cultivation manual in it. That one spot has 3 chests. One that's there during the day, one that's there during twilight, and one that's there at night. Wait, can I go into... Yeah, I can go into the hall, but there's nobody here. That's right. He doesn't actually appear here until they tell us to go elsewhere and shit. Now I get an upgraded version of my 5 Immortal Mental Sutra. And now I meet Shu officially. Now we go. It's time for the Lantern Festival. And of course it's night, so now the chests have changed. By chests, I mean chest singular, because it's just one thing that's now different. Right back over here. Another chest, and this one has Mingjian Swordplay. That's the only place you can get that manual. BRB, I had to use the restroom. Leading playthrough for loner. Da da da. It's not so much that I don't know how much they matter. It's more that I don't know what the upper limit is. So, like, for instance, your power level. This is something that affects your score. The maximum you can possibly get is unrivaled. Simple. If we look at affinity, the different tiers, I believe, are acquaintance, ally, friend, and soulmate. No, companion and soulmate. Does that mean that I only need to get people up to soulmate? Or do I need to get them all the way up to 100? And furthermore, is it only companions, people I can actually recruit, that matter for this? Do I only need to get them up to soulmate? Or does it need to be everybody that I can potentially gift to? That's more where my confusion comes in. As far as I can tell, gifting to, as far as I can tell, gifting to people in the world does matter, but I have no idea how much or how little. Or to put it another way, I don't know how much of it I can ignore. Like, am I going to have to scour the world for every single person that I can gift to and max all of them out? Or do I only need to worry about the ones in my party? Do I need to max out like 10 random people in the world? Or does it have to be like 50 or whatever? Like that's more where my confusion on it comes in. Usually I stick to usually I just stick to my companions and everybody that's in each of the different martial sects and leave it at that. But there are a couple of times where I befriend people in the world for different reasons. Like, for example, the one Wudang disciple that wanders around the central plains that I gift to and spar with, so I can, because he has the fist manual for one of the Wudang sect fist skills. It's the only way to get it. Casual theft of mint. No, it was a gift that he gave me after I sparred with him, okay? Snowflake and stars and candle. We're not just casually mugging people, all right? We're totally casually mugging people, but that's not the point. Eat 3 more. Wait, no, I was supposed to admit defeat, wasn't I? Hang on. Damn it, I was. 15. This one. Okay. Yeah, okay, this is after I did the lantern thing. I want to get the max rewards for this because it's a stat boost. Eat 3 pots to prevent defeat. I get that. And then... Oh, apparently I don't get a stat boost? I admit defeat immediately for him. Thought it was a stat boost. Might be misremembering a little bit. Yada yada yada. Console. And I get a manual. Random chest over here. I think there's another one down here, right? No, apparently not. There's one over here, though. And now for the final thing, we talk to this guy. And a bunch of people dance. And then they release the lanterns, it's all romantic, and then we get back and her brother is like, hey, the fuck are you doing with my sister? And then he remembers that we beat the shit out of him earlier and he leaves us alone. That's not actually how it happens, but that's how I like to think it happens. And they go in for a secret meeting. This guy's having his own secret meeting because he's a dick. I already maxed you guys out and took all your stuff, right? I mean, you gifted me all of your things after I sparred with you in friendly competition. One thing's for sure, no matter how much the gifting part actually impacts my score at the end of the game, my score at the end of this playthrough is going to be way higher than my previous one, simply because this is my first time playing on Extreme. And I kind of maybe sorta definitely went overkill with it because I not only put it all up to Extreme, I also turned on all of the quirks. Now, I didn't use turn on the 2 red ones at the bottom. Did not do that. Didn't go quite that far with it. Oh, hey, look, someone actually got to make a move against me. Clearly, he must be the strongest person here. Besides me, of course. Hey there, Spogdian. Yep, have a good lurk. Gotta send the message because Twitch doesn't like lurkers. And there's a chest right here. Sadly, I can't spar with this guy, but I've already sparred with these guys, right? Yeah, sparred with them. I've already consulted with for all your stuff, right? You are the only new person. And I definitely want to spar with you because I definitely want that. I think you also take gems? Doing Southern Chronicles and very missable Western region stuff with this playthrough? Yes, I will be doing everything with this playthrough. That's why I have the resource spreadsheet pulled up on my other monitor that I will sometimes go back and reference. Make sure that I don't miss anything, because that is one thing that I both love and hate about this game. It is so easy to miss the most random shit that completely changes your playthrough. Completely missed Condor and Dizui the first time around. Yeah, the very first time I played through this game, yeah, I missed that too. And your only hint that you are supposed to even go to that region to do anything is one offhand comment from the disciple at the top of the stairs in Wudang. That's it. That's the only hint you get that you're even supposed to go there to do anything. You can sleep, you just can't finish the disciple quest that you're on, because I think that happens when you're on the mission to get discipline, to unlock discipline disciple. If you finish that and then go rest, then it becomes undoable. Give that one last time. Then we're gonna consult. You give me Skyfeather Steps and Celestial Fairy. I meant you would have been dead sooner if not for that one quirk that makes it so that certain enemies get free Nirvana. Yeah, and worse than being missable, if you mess up a single step in that sequence of events, most of which are not listed in your journal or as part of the quest, if you miss a single one, you won't be able to recruit either Condor or Dizui. Like, I love that they put a bunch of hidden stuff in this game. I honestly do, but some of it gets a little ridiculous. Okay, and you are completely done. Okay. You're finished too, right? Yeah. Okay. We agree with him and say we're not going to get close to Gaoji. She doesn't have anything that we can learn. Oh, you do get Mingjian swordplay. Oh, right, it's not the swordplay manual that you get and that you can only get from the treasure chest behind the rock. It's the cultivation manual that you can only get from the treasure chest behind the rock. And we're not going to even talk about all of the random steps in the Southern Chronicles. Because holy shit. That is, Southern Chronicles is so much worse. Thankfully, most of Echoes of Ash and Dust was pretty straightforward. I gotta go down here to get some extra affinity with Frosty Condor. She can give me Xuanhuo Saberplay and Wildfire Rage. So let's do that. And I believe that's actually the last Saber manual for the Xuanhuo cult stuff that I'm missing outside of Sahahel, but I can't get Sahahel in the I can't get the manual for it in the playthrough in the ending I'm gonna get. Because you can get a manual for Sahahel, which is her her unique move. You can get a manual for that, but it requires going for the OG ending. And we call her by her name because we're gonna be nice to her, even though we told Moen that we weren't gonna be nice to her. Now the ladies give us shit for being late. Normally, I also use the leader guy for training my my forging, but the initial visit to Heppu Manor takes care of that. Because that guy also has maxed out forging. Well, not maxed out, but enough to get me up to level 9, and I've been forging stuff on my own. Okay, now let me see. Is there anything in particular I need to do? Do-do-do. Yes, I need to go and recruit Guo Chengqing. Assuming that's how you're supposed to pronounce her name. And there's the Martial Club Trader side quest. Did I ever max out that guy? Because he's another one that I know disappears after you, but only after, he only disappears after you accept and complete the quest. This guy. I did not. Okay. What can I give you? Can I give you anything you want? Okay. You'll take all kinds of weapons. Good, good, good. And I can't give you that sword. Okay, now let's go ahead and auto battle some of this stuff now. I'm pretty sure nothing's going to be able to really challenge me. Give me back my stuff so I can gift it to you again. More spar. Okay. Now I can leave and accept the mission in Gusu. You first, because you want Winter Spring, which I happen to have. And I come up here, talk to you about Wang Shito. We enter Gusu, and he has the weapon done. Which the weapon is nothing special, it's just a tier 4 sword. I can already create tier 2 swords, so it's whatever. But you know, he's doing his best, and that's what matters. Harvest. While I'm thinking about it. And then we find out that that dude has already left and has gone to Jinli Village. So we come down this way to Jinli. There he is. Talk to him. He's like, no, I'm not gonna give myself up. And then he goes, smoke bomb! And vanishes. But we managed to get the stolen manuals back. And then we go back to Gusu. Turn the stolen manuals. And then we gotta go all the way up to Fencheng to recruit, whoa, another character that we will never use in an actual party. So many characters that are so good that never get used, and then so many more characters that are just bad that we never use. And we're recruiting her. A character that definitely has like a half-finished quest of some sort. And now, even though we were just up north, we're gonna go all the way down to the south, just so we can go north again. Because the game assumes we come directly here. Okay, gotta do this little event. Don't save him. Then there's these people wanting the exotic golden scorpion. Don't care, because I'm not going to be taking them. I'm not going to be taking up their offer for the golden scorpion. I'm in fact going to be going, doing Yivang's route, because I still don't actually have one piece of gear in the game. Let's have everybody learn everything. Except you. Yeah, we're gonna have you learn everything too. You don't need to learn everything. Technically, neither does she, but eh. Now, her, I want to learn everything because I'm gonna try and do the Phoenix Cave fight. Since I'm already playing on Extreme, I may as well go for the various Extreme achievements. Which, let me see real quick. I forget exactly what some of them are. Here we go. Okay, yeah. Zenith of Skill, difficulty score reaches 3.1 in the settlement, which it should, because I have all of the quirks turned on, and those are I've got all of them turned on, and those are the only thing that affect the settlement score. Defeat by Wei Yi alone, extreme difficulty. Yeah, I'm doing that. Or I'm going to attempt to. And yeah, here you go. Retreat uncompromised. Ouyang Zhu and Dizui win the defending battle in Phoenix Cave on extreme difficulty. And Unbreakable Will is Ouyang Zhu wins the defending battle in Phoenix Cave extreme difficulty. So I'm not sure if Shu gets her own solo battle, or if there's separate, or if it's really just separate achievements for, with one being if you send Dizui to help her out, and one for if you don't. I'm going to assume that it's the latter, but I'll have a safety save after the Battle of Mount Windless anyway, so I'll be able to pick up from there. Then there's Master Angler, which is catch all types of fish. They are completely separate? Okay. I figured. And Master Angler, catch all types of fish. I gotta actually go through the list of fish to find out which ones I'm missing, because I typically ignore fishing as much as possible because fishing absolutely sucks. It's more, it's not as irritating as it is in some games, but it's more leveling fishing is what sucks, which I am eventually going to have to do. Then there's Wandering Sword, which is achieve all main story endings. There's also 3 hidden achievements, but I think all of the hidden achievements are just do various battles on extreme difficulty. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all of the stuff that I can do pre-Mount Windless. Do. Yes, that is all I can do right now. Strictly speaking, I could do the exotic golden scorpion thing, but meh. Don't need to do that right now. I need to switch this to manual so I can, well, never mind, I guess. I was gonna say I need to switch this to manual so I can, like, more efficiently kill these people, because, the AI doesn't do a good job, but then I remember that, I have Jade Dragon, which means everything gets hit anyway. And then because we didn't use the cookbook, we get a chat with a random guard whenever you see that, where you find out that the guy at the Lantern Festival that gave us that cookbook, his son, he wrote it for his son, and that guard recognizes the handwriting and tells you that the man's son is dead. And this isn't a quest, but it is just a random missable thing that you get that line of dialogue, and then you can go back to Gusu and tell the man, hey, this is what happened to your son, now you know. And we can either lie to him or tell the truth. We're going to tell the truth. And then he gives us stuff. A lot of stuff. And that entire sequence only happens if you get the cookbook from him and you don't use it. If you do use it, nothing happens. You don't get any of that. Xinghu Pass. By the way, so many patches where they've fixed so many random things, and I am still incredibly annoyed that the fast travel menu for Xinghu Pass is listed under Outer Lands, even though the actual position of it is inside the Central Plains. Still annoys me. Okay, so we try to get into the general's residence with a copy of Art of War. That doesn't work, so we're gonna break in at night. Because naturally, what else are you gonna do when the general of the army doesn't want to let you into his residence? You just break in. I don't think there are any hidden chests down here. I genuinely don't remember if there are any chests that are here at night. So now I'm going to take the time to just kind of scour the area and see if there are any hidden treasure chests. It's okay, the plot will wait. There's also the WSGA quest that I can finally do now that I have access to the pass, because the one quest is really annoying. You can start it as soon as you can reach the WSGA building in the game, but you can't actually finish the quest until this point in the game because you need to come inside Chengdu Pass because the last guy they send you to is right here. If you come in this door, you can go straight to the meeting with the general. If you go to the left side first, then you get caught and you have to fight a bunch of guards first. Stop him. Now we get to fight the impermanences. And we get Siege Piercer. Rewards for choosing the first answer. Talk to this guy for a bunch of little quests about helping out the people. Fine, Yao G. G is down here. Now we go back to Wutong so we can deliver a letter. I don't think anybody... I think it's just Lu. Yeah, she learns something because she gets the Siege Piercer. And so does Wei Huo. They both get Siege Piercer. Haven't started doing it yet, but I will eventually be going into the Meridian points and cranking up my stats. Oh, fun fact, by the way. Doing this right here, maxing out all of the other weapons that you're not going to be using, is now officially a waste of time. But I'm doing it anyway. Because previously the reason why I did it was because it increases your skill level with that particular weapon for every martial art that you learn. However, in one of the recent updates, I'm not sure which one, but one of the recent updates changed it so that it no longer impacts defense. It used to impact both offense and defense. Now it only impacts offense. Yeah, damage output. It's just damage output now. It's not nothing damage output and nothing else. Okay, let's see if this guy wants to be kind to me and actually just give me the blueprint, the tier 1 armor blueprint. Hey, first try, nice. I legit did not think I was gonna get that first try. This is supposed to have like a crazy low drop rate. Unless they like, unless the drop rate just is becomes guaranteed in extreme. Oh, and I also need to fight a bunch of these because these guys drop the max tier hides. Yeah, the premium hides. And premium hides are useful. Or gifting, at least, which is what I want them for. Yeah. This used to also be where I would unlock my primary grind spot, but with the introduction of the stuff in Hepu Manor, I don't need to grind here anymore. Oh no, the house is destroyed! Our uncle is dead! Or is he? Presumably he is still considered dead, and doesn't do anything if you don't do the Southern Chronicles and Echoes of Ash and Dust. Because you don't get the storyline where he reveals himself as the big bad that's ultimately behind everything. Thunderous Palm Strike. Here has some cool stuff. I wonder if I can actually get the bone forging manual early from this guy on Extreme. Let's see. Casually just use Supreme Blaze. Nope, does not drop it. I was wondering if maybe Extreme had different rules for the drop table and you'd be able to get it early, so I didn't have to come back here after getting Blazing Divination and I would just have it. Oh wait, no, the chest is back here. Chest right here. That gives a really cool hidden weapon, assuming you aren't like me and just have the better blueprint already. Wait, no, it's not Lin Chang. I don't want to go to Lin Chang. Right? Yeah, now I gotta double check the thing here. Okay, did that, did that, did that. I did not do that. I need to go and do that. Haven't done that yet, but I'm going to be doing it later. I did that earlier. Did the City, Lee City, after the battle. Okay, so there's only the one thing that I forgot to do. Go ahead and do right now. Let's go through Valley of Dragon Slumber. And we can see the part where we got blown up at the beginning of the game, right here. Yeah, that's what's left. It's just a big crater. Because according to the game's dialogue, they specifically use dynamite, which is hilarious to me because dynamite is notoriously terrifying to deal with, like actual dynamite. I will handle it. I get to search for spies. Well, not really search, more like just find, because I know who they are. Guy and this guy. And she gets a little comment about how she's recovering from her memory loss because she was kidnapped. Which is the whole reason why the general's right-hand man betrayed them, because his daughter was kidnapped. Hey man, don't you have... you've got the tier 4 blueprint. Okay, now that that's done, now I can continue with the story and blitz through the Battle of Mount Windless. You know, I'm willing to bet that regarding this blueprint, I'm willing to bet that it's not specifically the drop rate that was impacted. It's more the quirks that I've got active right now. Because one of the quirks is that enemies will always drop items. I'm wondering if that is what makes it a higher drop chance. I actually want to go ahead and have you take a bunch of these because I'm not going to be able to train you later. So I may as well do it now as much as I can. Those. One more should do it. Nope. And then we go into here, strike those. This is gonna be sliding up. This is one thing that I really wish that they would have changed or at least calmed down on. Like, I get that it's supposed to be like a presentation thing where it's like, yeah, you get all of this is all the things that you've just learned. Like, but why couldn't they just have this be the smaller pop-ups over here, like when you get a bunch of items? Like, hang on a second. I can actually show this. Yeah, like this right here. Why couldn't it just be this? So then that way I could just, you know, I could see that, you know, things were happening, but I could still also see the center of my screen so I could keep learning stuff. There's a chest up here. Let's disassemble. Disassemble all of that crap. Hey, there's Hong Fei. There's the small children that are going to be very angry at us when we beat the crap out of Tianlong Gang because their parents are allegedly in Tianlong Gang. Bonk. Okay, now let's go down here. There's some dude being sneaky. Go ahead and spare him. then Zoidberg gets the chest. Come around this way. Damn it. I believe there's another chest along this route. I know there's another chest on the other route. Also, cordyceps here, which are relatively rare herbs. Aha! There's the other chest. Oh no, everybody's fighting! They need our help. And the brother gets angry at us again for, Oh yeah, I forgot. If you, don't deploy Shu here, she actually still appears for this particular fight, along with Moen. If you don't specifically deploy them, they still appear. Story companions will still appear in specific battles if they aren't, even if they aren't actually deployed. It's an easy way to have extra people in the party. Right here, and kaboom! Find some stuff. I find it funny that you can spar and observe everyone except this guy. Plum tree branch. And now we're gonna go back this way. Because there is another chest to grab, and I want to grab it before I go inside the thing. And I believe that's the last chest. Nope, there isn't. There's another one. Right there. And this leads back to the start. Yeah, this is the start. And we do this and get a top quality hide. We do this and get a teapot. We do this and get some books. Open the chest. And trapdoor. Damn it. The spike one is the most annoying one. The rest of the traps are pretty chill. I say as I run right into the flames. This because it's Siderite, and Siderite is actually really valuable. Open some more chests. Although Siderite is significantly less valuable because I have the Harvest thing, which can give me Siderite. Oh no, he has the Wind and Cloud method. Whatever shall we do? We can't possibly defeat him. He's learned a legendary method. Encompassing Saber Play. And now he's in Berserker mode. I've got these maxed out, right? Yay, Yaoji Sohon saved us. She is a twoof wind. Let me ask about Shu's injury. And then there's this guy. Love this guy. And now, before I go to rest, I'm gonna go beat up some people at the church. And also steal some of their stuff. Now she's up to 70, so her affinity will get maxed out. Let's burn the coral. because it was a family heirloom. And then the small child is angry with me because his parents are dead. They were apparently part of Tianlong Gang. And Bu Weiyu has a couple things to say about that. Now Moen meets up with Fu Longzhi, although he doesn't know that he's Fu Longzhi yet. A few moments later. And this is the part where we get to do this. This is another one that has a really long and convoluted quest chain attached to it, with party member recruitment locked behind it. Actually, let me post. That'll be my safety save for when I want to do some other stuff. Let's see, what is first up on the list? Okay. We're gonna start by getting Baijin's quest line done, because you can't max out his. You can max it out. You can't finish Baijin's quest line until you do this, which doesn't trigger until after the Battle of Mount Windless, and then Baijin gets mad that we're getting entangled in government affairs. He doesn't want to get entangled in government affairs. He wants to just chill and admire the scenery. And then it turns out that if you do go through the it turns out that when he leaves, he goes off to do the mission that you get assigned himself. And if you go through the Valley of Dragon's Slumber, Baijin dies. If you go through Longmen Canyon, he survives. Why that happens in that way, I don't know. It just does. I hit them both? I can't hit them both. Oh well. It's you then. And that gets you ensnaring nails, a bunch of stat boosts for Baijin. But yeah, it's basically just a little bit of a trick. If you go through the obvious route, which is Valley of Dragon's Slumber, for some reason he dies before you get there. If you take the long route through Longmen Canyon, you get there in time and he lives. Very strange, very strange. There's apparently another quest in here that I didn't grab before. Here it is. I'm supposed to refuse this, right? I refuse, but I get it anyway. Okay. Cool, I guess. Travel, I need to go... Where do I need to go? I need to go... here. And not so I can go into there, so I can go in here. Peach Blossom. Because this is where the Gusu Wheelchair Man is, and we're gonna recruit him. Yay, and we get to learn the 5 Balances Sutra. Those two gain some understanding and gain some stats as a result of that understanding. Oh, I never grabbed this chest. A few moments later. Now we get to fight with Sea Pearl Dragon. Oh, sorry, Sea Peril Dragon. Yay, now I get the Tier 3 Blueprint Sabers, as well as the 5 Balances Sutra, and the Tier 3 Accessory Blueprint. And then Lang Wuqing joins my party. And he is cool. He's basically Batman, if Batman were trapped in a wheelchair. So basically Batman post-Bane, I guess. I don't think I want to go into Tensheng and start that yet, do I? Yeah, I want to start that a little later. Yeah, okay. I want to go to the Cave of Tribulations and get some crude magnets. Except there's somebody here that has laid claim to these magnets and doesn't want us to have them. So we beat him up. Because that is the ultimate answer to everything. We beat them up. like Bruce Lee or Batman. And I love mysteries. We never get to solve mysteries like Sherlock Holmes or Batman. Usually we're just beating people up, like Bruce Lee or Batman. Okay. Now both of those guys are taken out. So this guy will be happy, and we will get the magnets. And then we get a little cutscene. And we're at the entrance to the cave again. And now, because we saw that cutscene, obviously we need to go back and check. Damn it. And we come back to this cave, which we couldn't come in before because the game told us it was too dark or something. That's why it wouldn't let us go through. Here, chest. Pretty sure that's the only chest. It's the only chest. I already went through this place, right? Yeah, that chest is open. Yeah. Already went through these areas. And killed Earth-Shaking Dragon at least once. Damn it. After I do this quest for visiting Mingjian Manor that I go to the south and start doing the stuff with Tenching City to recruit Yan Wei Huan, who is the absolute coolest party member. Nobody else even comes close. Which makes it all the more annoying that his recruitment is as convoluted as it is, because I actually missed recruiting him the first time I played this game. Excuse me. Now we go to Mingjian. And now we get to learn about the Wind and Cloud method. Which we currently know as the Five Immortals Mental Sutra. But it's not actually the Five Immortals Mental Sutra, it's the Wind and Cloud method. And then it gets enhanced. I think it gets enhanced. Does it? Yeah, it gets enhanced. Now we go to the WSGA and we find out that the WSGA is under siege by Xuanhuo cult. Intervene. Now we get to go up to Mount Tigoror. Another completely missable bit. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Which, granted, I like it. Overall, I really do like that there's so many little things that you can find and discover. On the other hand, I wish that so many of them weren't tied to really important things, because when you're going through another playthrough, on a second playthrough, like this is like, I want to say this is like my 5th time playing through this game. I still need a guide to make sure I remember everything that isn't marked. It's a little crazy. Case in point, you cannot max out Mowen's affinity unless you do this bit. That is, again, completely unmarked. You have to come back in here and talk to Master Qingshu about it. And he tells you that Mowen is in Tenching City. And then you have to go, and then you get the side quest, and then you can go and talk to Mowen. And that gets you extra affinity with him. Mrs. Birthday gift every other playthrough also. Yeah, that's another one. That one at least you can kinda end up getting if you just like go and talk to, if you're talking to the people in Wudang Sect regularly. But if you don't, that you would never know about it otherwise. And that's how you get max affinity. By the way, if you come here and get the scene that I'm about to get, because, wait, do I need to get it now? Can I, or do I wait? This old friend. No, I can go ahead and do it now. I actually did not know, because I did things in different order. I do things in a usually different order. This time I did it in this particular order, so this is actually the first time that I've seen that particular exchange happen at this gate in this area. Normally, if you come here sooner, before you're at that point in the main quest where you have to go and find Mowen, if you come here sooner, this event plays where Soul Wrecking Bird shows up for the first time and announces that she's going to take revenge on Beggar Sect for what happened to her. And if you come here before getting that quest with Moen and you get this event, then the exchange with Moen doesn't happen at the gate, it happens at the entrance to Beggar Sect. This is where you actually end up meeting Moen, right here. Question... Oh wait, I can skip this now. Okay, and then we spar with this guy. He loses immediately. Was he a bitch? Yifei gives us some background because he likes to lore dump on us. This guy wants us to go and talk to the head of Mingjian Manor. We are going to do... Gotta talk to Uncle Yu. Back up and talk to Liu Xuan, however you're supposed to pronounce that. I don't know why I continued to... Oh wait, no, wrong person. Wait. You... Oh, right. He's the guy in the Purple Water Village. Again, convoluted quest line. Yeah, Tianming, he's over in Tianming. Which I don't think I've been here yet, so there should be a chest or two in this place, shouldn't there? Anyway, it's this guy. And he tells us about some people in the Purple Bamboo Forest, and it's Xuan Guo cult members. We don't actually have to fight them. Nope, wrong spot. I need to go to a specific spot. It's right here. And we get the... We get to go back, we get the info, then we go back, get more info. And then we meet this guy who wants us to stop asking questions. And it's Yan Wei Huan in disguise. And that's how we get Tangled Grappling. And Yifei, if you have Yifei recruited, he will immediately reveal that the person that attacked you is most likely Yanwei Huan. Okay, the Way of Beggar Sect is now finished. Now we need to go to Mingjian Manor and talk to one of the people there to arrange for weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and fast travel there. So why not? I like to fast travel every so often. And if I remember right, the person I'm supposed to talk to is this guy. And then while I am here... Oh, don't tell me I already missed it. I can't have already missed it. Oh, okay. I didn't miss it. I'm actually here early. That's what it is. Okay. Whew. For a second there, I thought I missed it. You're supposed to come here and have a little event where the handmaidens tell you that there's something wrong with Shu, and they mention the rare score that she was looking for previously, which was the reason why we took her to the Lantern Festival, was to try and find that score. But that event doesn't unlock until after I finished the main story quest Traitor. So I was actually there early. Usually that's one of the things that I forget about, because I'm doing the side quests for the next main story quest is becoming a disciplined disciple, and I'm usually focused on doing all of those side quests and setting up for the Western bit of the storyline. Okay, all of those are done. So now the only thing that's required is I need to do need to finish troop history, where I get to meet Yanwei Huan face to face. Go to Nanyu Village and talk to Uncle Yu. He sends us to Brambleshade to try and find the twin rose leaves. This way is... Oh shit, I ran into the moth. And then, since we couldn't get him the twin rose leaves, now he wants us to get him a wedding dress. And then Xuanhuo cult members come in and bother us because they're dicks. So we beat them up. Proof that violence solves everything. And then Soul Wrecking Bird shows up. And we read the unsigned letter, which explains everything. Ask for some clarification. And that is troop history done. And we go back to Tencheng. And we get to talk to this guy. Be like, hey, you know you're doing shit. Want to explain yourself a little bit, maybe? Yuan Yi figures it out by himself if you don't have Leng Wucheng recruited. But if you do have Leng Wucheng recruited, he's the one that puts the pieces together at the end. Go to Mount Green Turnip. Talk to her to get some more free affinity. And we can spar with both of them. To get their stuff. Which I'm totally going to do while I have the chance. More specifically, Xin Yao Yao I will be sparring with because she will not join me until after the end of the Southern Chronicles, as opposed to Yan Wei Huan, who joins me immediately after this is done. And he teaches Dragonish Palm Strike, Soaring Dragon. He has the Tangled Grappling Manual. Now we get to carry out the plan. Just execute Order 66, so to speak, on Beggar Sect. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. A few moments later. Turn-based, then we get to have our fake fight with Yanwei Huan. Dude, you just sit there. You're not gonna do anything here. Yay, now I get Dragonish Palm Strike and Wooloo Smoke. All according to Keikaku. Keikaku means plan. And I get the Dragon Grappling Cultivation Method as well. Now Beggar Sect is gone. And now we get to kill these assholes. Who are the real culprits behind everything. Should be able to hit them both with this if I do it like that, yeah. There we go. And then I get 2 unique weapons off of them. Soul-wrecking bird admiring the stage, lamenting about how she's going to die and how she can't return to the life that she once had. Wait, they're going to Solitary Cloudmarsh Pier. We should go and help them. See, at least this missable event you were warned about. If you try to leave the area, UN gives you the pop-up dialogue and it's like, hey, wait a minute, they said they were going to go here. Maybe I should check on them. Our absorption force. Yeah. Now I get the blueprint for the tier 2 gloves, which is kind of pointless because I already have the blueprint for the tier 3 gloves. Or these are the tier 3 gloves. I already have the tier 2 gloves. There we go. Now all that is actually done. Hey, look who it is! One of the Duan siblings, or however you pronounce that. Wearing a hat. Because, as we all know, wearing a hat is the perfect disguise. Now we go back to Brambleshade, and we go to a different part of the area. And here we find Yanwei Huan and Soul-wrecking bird. And now here we are in Nanjiang. And we get crows calling. And we wake up and Yan Wei Huan is just like, yeah, she kind of knocked you out. And now Yan Wei Huan joined the party. Now here's a neat thing that once again is completely unmarked. I didn't know about. This is another thing that I did not know about until I saw it in the spreadsheet that I've been following. Sort of this. Okay, so you remove Yan Wei Huan from the party. He goes to Wutong Village. We go to Wutong Village and come over here to where you fought the monkeys way back at the beginning of the game. You get this scene. Yeah, he's mourning his dead girlfriend. And I was particularly annoyed about this. Oh, and yeah, you also get some free affinity with him. I was particularly annoyed by this because that scene is actually part of the archive. Where is it? It's a side quest one. Yeah, right here. It's actually part of the archive. Speaking of, my archive is almost complete. I'm literally missing just this one, which I think is one of I have to unlock by getting, I'm pretty sure what this scene is. It's one of two things. It is either the OG harem ending, where you are on the bridge with all of the girls that you can romance, and it's just, but it's from the original ending of the game, not the updated ending with all of the extra story expansions. Because I've gotten that scene a couple of times, but I've never, before the archive was a thing, I haven't gotten it again since, and this is one of the only things that I'm missing. And plus, where it's placed in the archive, like the Scorpion Envoy right here, this is the start of all the Southern Chronicles stuff. Everything before is from the original release of the game. So I'm pretty sure it's either the original harem ending, or it's the ending, the original ending where you lose the final battle against Moen and he kills everybody. And then I'm also missing this ending, which I have no idea what it is. Zero idea. BRB. I'm gonna go use the restroom. Hello, Missy. Come here, you. Oh, big kitty. I got a Missy cat. He wants to lay in my lap for a little bit. Missy cat is okay with laying in my lap? Okay. It's always kind of a toss-up if she wants to lay in my lap. Case in point. Okay. So yeah, those two scenes are the only ones I'm missing. And then for items, the only item I'm missing is this one, which I know what it is. It's the Scorpion Amulet. And the reason why I'm missing it is because I usually do the Herbal Fairy route for Southern Chronicles. You can only get the Scorpion Amulet if you do the Scorpion Envoy route. And I only did the Scorpion Envoy route once, and that was before the archives actually existed. So yeah, those three things are the only things I'm missing in the archives. Oh yeah, I can go ahead and do that quest, but before I do, I want to double check this guy, because I believe he vanishes after I finish this quest. Yeah, I have not gifted you yet, but now I can very easily with all the extra stuff that I've got. Okay, that's everything. Yeah, I can't remember 100%, but I'm fairly certain he vanishes after you do the quest line I'm about to do. So go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and have him maxed out. I've already maxed out this guy. Yeah, I've already maxed him out. Any progress on the case? And there's the disabled Taoist. And it turns out those two were the ones behind the murder. I forget what the actual reasoning was. It was something along the lines of the people that they killed were did something awful to them in the past, or someone they knew in the past, and they were taking revenge. And it turns out that it was actually the revenge is actually pretty justified. So now with all of that done, we finally go and rest for the night. And now we have the Martial Disciple quest. And this is where I'm supposed to go to Mingjian Manor and get the quest to find the rare piece of music with Shu and get her affinity maxed. Hello there, Missy. What you doing? What you looking at? And here we go. This is the event I was looking for. So yeah, the handmaiden tells you. The handmaiden tells you where Shu is, and you can either go visit her or you can find the music piece. Naturally, because we're trying to max out affinity, we go and find the music piece. So we talk to the innkeeper. The innkeeper tells us to talk to the lantern salesman. We go to the lantern salesman. His shop is being smashed. And then the lantern salesman, we obviously chase the people off, and then the lantern salesman directs us to the bamboo forest. Take this route. Go, and we actually get the music score. Oh yeah, I have to undeploy Yamwei Huan. Have everybody learn everything. I'm almost to the point where I'll be able to grind some more so they can actually learn everything. Although strictly speaking, they could probably learn most, if not all, the things now with how many martial manuals I've got saved up. Well, I need to redo these because this... Oh no, this one doesn't. This one does not improve agility. These ones do. Okay. that. 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 We only need 2 or 3 of those. Oh, never mind. There were a few more than I thought. Some bone nails, bloody eagle beak, and okay, now he is completely done. I actually have to be careful about how I spam those books now that I think about it, because the self-reflect isn't one-to-one. It doesn't take 5k to self-reflect. It takes 6k to self-reflect, and you still only get 5k martial points for using one of those books. And I gotta be a little more careful with them. Check everything. Yes, she is completely maxed. Yeah, see, now I'm stuck with these on her, unless I want to waste 2,000, which... wasting 2,000, honestly, isn't that big of a deal. Because the farming method that I use gives me 10,000 per run, so it's whatever. I just can't do what I used to be able to do, which was just use all of them at once, spam click until everything was maxed out, consult, get all the unused ones back, Because that would waste a lot more. This will get me 3 back. This one I'm more inclined to use a bunch more with. Once again, I know this isn't the most exciting thing to watch, but don't worry, it's almost over. One more. Another! Okay, now I kind of have to wait to make sure all of these are maxed proper. Well, not really, I can move this over. Okay, yeah, these are all done. He is all done. I'll rearrange the skills to be what I want them to be at some later point in time. As a matter of fact, let me just move on to this portion of it. That'll work for now. Let's continue. Got the rare score. Before I go into Wudang and do a whole bunch of stuff, oh right, I need to get I still need to get Li Wanxing. I completely forgot about grabbing him. And Baijin comments when Li joins. Okay. Okay, this is the part where I get to this is the part where I go into Pili School. This is the part where I start the Southern Chronicles. Well, technically I start the Southern Chronicles. It's not the full Southern Chronicles right now. It's Pili School, because Pili School has to be done before I head to the west. So we come here, we find the exotic golden scorpion, and we beat it up. Remember, that is how we solve all of our problems. We just punch them. And then she'll ask for... Yeah, she'll ask for the exotic golden scorpion. So that fails the Venom Vendor quest. You can also get a manual, a sword manual from her. But... the manual isn't that great. So I come here to meet with Yevang, and we get our first run-in with Perpetual Sanctum, even though we don't know that they are Perpetual Sanctum yet. I'm trying to remember what the actual manual she gives you is. I want to say it's for this one, Poison Dragon Sword. It's one of her abilities. Can I hit all of them if I do this? Yes, I can. Boom! And then we get to meet this guy, who I also will not be teaching anything. Get Plague Blister Strike. Now we get the hell out of here. We meet up in this place. We get the invitation to Pilly School. We learn sound techniques from this guy, who is definitely not Bai Wei in disguise or anything like that. Nope, no sir. He is 110% just a regular guy who happened to be wandering the forest. Oh, wait a minute, does she give us the Vibrant Cloud Swordplay? That's one of, isn't that the manual she's supposed to give us? Do we just get it anyway? Hang on. Now I need to double check. Hmm. Yeah, it just says choosing to. Hmm. I guess it doesn't matter. Hmm. I cannot remember for the life of me. Oh well. Oh, and before I forget, I need to do this quest and recruit this guy. I need to get some gear going for certain party members because they will be in fights by themselves. Now let me see what I can do for them. Bai Jin will be in a fight by himself. Yi Fei will be in a fight by himself. I think Lang Wucheng joins, but he's got gear. He actually comes with gear. Not particularly good gear, but gear nonetheless. Certainly better than I can craft for him, because I only have the tier 3. And I don't know what tier I have for helmet. I got the tier 1 for that, but I can't make it yet. I don't want to make too many of these because I know I'm going to be replacing it. I'm tier 9 here, so now I can make that. Make some Siderite ingots. You will get this. You will also get this that I made forever ago. Oh, you've got tier 3. That, I mean, I'll give you the crafted version of that, but you're fine with just those. You can get better boots now. You can get a better accessory now, and you can get a better headpiece now. You've already got a crafted tier 3 and tier 2 there, so you're fine. Did I ever make a better saber? I did not. Now I have no gold, but it's okay. Almost no gold, but it's okay because crafting doesn't cost me gold because of one of these. Which one is it? This one, yeah. Yeah, enemies gain 8% reflect damage, forge and tailor. Oh no, this is a different one. This is a different one. Double diligence? No. Boundless abundance. That's life's. Yeah, there we go. That's it. Boundless abundance. Yeah, fallen enemies deal true damage equal to 15% of their max HP to nearby targets within 2 grids. Life skills no longer consume coins. Which always, I gotta be honest, I get really annoyed that this doesn't affect disassembly. It only affects crafting, like actually making the item. Taking the item apart, it does not do anything for. That still costs coins. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of that. I also gotta try and see if I can get, actually, let me craft some better weapons. So I can get I can get you a better saber. I don't have the premium hide for that. I need an extra one of these. Need an extra one of these. Don't know that I need an extra one of these, but I'm gonna grab it and make it anyway. You can equip that now. You can also equip that. You can equip that. You're fine, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You have tier 3, so you're fine. You can equip a mythic version of that at least. Yeah, I suppose you can have the... Well, you can have that sword. Do a bunch more crafting at some point. Stream. I'm gonna keep that as a safety save. Or post Battle of Mount Windless for doing different endings, most namely for just going through and getting the base game ending. But either way, I think that's gonna be it for me tonight. No stream tomorrow. Monday will be Master Duel. No matter how much I get into doing this, Monday 110% is going to be Master Duel. I'm going to be playing Draco Tail. It's going to be hilarious, because Draco Tail is a ton of fun. Fully expect to see a whole bunch of mirror matches. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, I'm going to hop out. Catch you guys on Monday. Later.